When tying on trailing shucks to flies like an X-caddis or midges, that sort of thing, I've never been fond of tying in a material such as Antron or Luallen for the trailing shuck and just whacking it off, because then you have these ends that just stick out in strange directions. If you look at the trailing shuck of caddis and midges, you're going to find that it's sort of an ovoid or cylindrical shape to it. It doesn't have multiple strands sticking out, where that a mayfly may have evidence of gills and tails and so forth, legs that do stick out, and I will fray those up a bit. But what I like to do is I like to take, in this case I'll demonstrate with Luallen, I like to take that material and make it into somewhat of an ovoid shape. The way that I approach it is, first of all, I'll take a small hank of the material. Let me get my scissors over here. A little piece, it doesn't take much, it's just an ethereal small little thing, and use half the amount that you're going to ultimately want to use. I'm going to whack off these ends to make them a little bit more even, and then I'm going to do a thread trap, pull the material into place, wind a couple of winds over it. I'll slide it back. If those ends are still a little uneven, I'll come back in and trim them up, slide that down, and then 2 or 3 or 4 more winds and stop. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist this back end here. Pay attention to what direction you twist. Doesn't matter if you twist this way or if you twist that way. Just pay attention to which direction it is, and I'll show you why. I'm going to twist it a little bit toward me. I'm going to fold the material back onto itself. When I let go with my left index finger and thumb, the loop that I'm creating is going to kick away from me. It's going to slightly furl away from me. Now, if I twist it the other direction and fold it back up to me, it's going to furl slightly toward me. That's going to be important for what you do next. So remember what direction it is. So in this case, I'm going to twist it toward me. I'm going to bend it back onto itself, measure it about the length that I want, let it go. It's going to kick away from me as it slightly, not dramatically, but slightly begins to furl away from me. It's about the length that I want it to be. Once I'm happy with that, then I'll take my thread, make sure that my thread is counterspun a little bit so that it's this direction, so that the thread falls right into my fingers, and pull up. Now I'm going to begin to wind back. And if you want, you can get rid of this piece right now if you'd like to. Now I'm going to take those little strands back here. Remember, it kicked away from me. Here's why it's important to remember. You want to twist it the direction it kicked. So I'm going to really twist it tightly. I'm not furling it, I'm just twisting it onto itself. And now I'm going to wind back down over that. Make sure your thread's good and flat. Now you can let it go and you have your shuck.